Well, welcome everyone to the final round of Group 1, the F1 Championship. Here we are, and we have quite a championship showdown today between Seawit and, I believe, Stanley and Seawit. They will be fighting to the very end for who wins the championship. But Seawit is not in here right now, but he will be joining shortly because they are going to have a fantastic championship battle. Whoever finishes in front will win the championship. And the Constructors' Championship is already decided. Red Bull have won that by a mile. So congratulations to the entire team of Red Bull. And yeah, I'm looking forward to this race. Here with me is Azurka. He will be my co-commentator for today.
Yes, hello everybody. So we'll get this done and we'll have an exciting championship decider here in Brazil.
Yes. So there are a few Constructors' Championship battles going down at the very end of the season. If I just pull up the Constructors' Championship, it looks like Williams are ahead of Ferrari by 7 points. So Ziyech and Godfather will be looking to beat both Ferraris, but Stanley, if he can win the championship, has a good shot of helping his team win the Constructors as well. Fireball will be helping Stanley hopefully get those 7 points needed to pass Williams. But
I think it's important to note that there's 14 points between Sequit and Stanley, so I don't know, Sequit and Stanley could get into a fight and Stanley could just get 8th and he'd still lose, so maybe we'll see some Senna Pro stuff.
Let's hope nothing comes to that, but like, yeah, we could see some stuff like that. But yeah, Aston Martin is 15 points behind Ferrari, so Seawit, which is the only driver for Aston Martin today, hopefully he gets in really soon because we need him for the championship battle. But he's the only Aston Martin driver. He'll be up against both Williams and both Ferrari drivers. So it seems that Aston Martin probably won't get many points to try and pass both those teams. But McLaren, Haas, Alfa Romeo, and Mercedes are within 32 points of each other. And all of those teams, I believe, have at least one driver here today. I think. I could be wrong. Oh, Alfa Romeo have 2 drivers. So Alfa Romeo have the sort of advantage going into this Grand Prix. But let's talk about this track, shall we? So you can do the track rundown. I'm okay with that.
Okay, well, it's I'd have to pull up the specifics about it. Maybe we can do that. Maybe we can do that when we get into the game.
We could, yeah. But Brazil is one of my favorite circuits on the calendar, even though I suck at it. Because yesterday, if you guys haven't watched the Group 2 race, go check that out. It's on this channel. But yesterday's race was an exciting one, where we saw a safety car at the very end, and we saw the 2 championship contenders, A7 and Elliot Bayan. Speaking of Elliot Bayan, he's here today racing for Alfa Romeo, but they had quite a battle at the very end. Elliot Bayan winning the championship by taking the win, and A7 with penalties finished 5th, but without penalties you would have finished 2nd. It was a great battle yesterday in Brazil. But Brazil is quite difficult for some drivers, especially in the middle sector. The middle sector seems to take a lot of, what's the word I'm trying to look for here? Seems to separate the good drivers from the bad drivers. Well, not bad drivers, average drivers. Because if you can get good pace through the middle sector, you're pretty much set for the entire lap, because Sector 3 is basically just one corner in a straight, and Sector 1 is 3 corners and then another straight. So, and Seawit has joined us finally.
And speaking of Sector 1, I'm not anticipating a lot of battles into turn 1 specifically because I think just the length of the straight and then the opportunity going into 4, they're either going to be passed by turn 1 already, or they're just going to stick behind them and wait for that second DRS zone. Make the move stick even easier. Yeah.
Or even brake really early and make the other driver go deep and get a fantastic exit off of the corner.
Yeah, it's a very, very hard corner to overtake in to get the lines right with the consecutive corners. So, it'll be interesting. We'll see if some people maybe hit the back of a car and spin out. I know I've seen that plenty of times. I know I've done that plenty of times.
Hopefully you don't see... I mean, the start yesterday was okay, but it wasn't... There were a couple of drivers in front of me that spun out, and a lot of people making unnecessary moves into turn 1.
Yeah, very short run down to turn 1, so...
Also, another place that we don't really want to see overtaking, especially down the inside, is turn 4. Turn 4 is... I mean, we saw it this year with the actual F1, Verstappen and Hamilton. You don't want to see people shoving each other off the track, stuff like that. Giving each other...
Yeah, like I said, I think that's going to be one of the most populous overtaking spots, even if it is dangerous. Even if, people might go for a risk, maybe even they'll try to carry that speed going up to turn 6. It's with the game's mechanics, it's definitely possible to see overtaking at 6 and 7 as well.
Yeah, another overtaking spot that I hopefully won't see today is turn 5, the really long right-hander that you barely lift off of. But I saw someone go down my inside yesterday at that corner and completely misinterpret it because I lost my back end and we went flying off the circuit. Like, you should have seen how much we flew off the circuit.
Yeah. Well, Senna says you should go for a gap that exists, but sometimes it just doesn't exist at all.
Yeah. Finley says good luck with the commentary, guys. Thank you, Finley. I appreciate it. Yeah, hopefully we have a good race that we can commentate on today. Because otherwise, if it's just a boring race, like one driver just leading the entire way. Speaking of which, yesterday, there's a driver that led the entire way, and then Ellie and Bynes' connection was horrible yesterday. Like, if you watch the footage back, he hit the back of the race leader, but there was so much lag going on that there's no way he could have avoided it.
Oh, the rain. Sorry to cut you off.
Oh, but... and there's a wet quali. That is gonna... This is going to mix up the grid.
Definitely something you see a lot in Brazil, but you never expect a wet race anywhere. So.
Yeah, this is going to be a very interesting race now just looking at the rain, because it will change some The question is there going to be a dry race or no? Because some people are talking about wet setups, but like, I'm not sure if you should go for a wet setup if you're just going to have a dry race. And the first driver out of the pits is going to be the AlphaTauri of Apex Finley. Number 23, we haven't seen, I believe he's 8th in the championship, my bad, with 25 points. Seems he's got a race win or something. But we're going to go on board with him because he's the first driver out there. But yeah, what do you think about all this rain? Do you think it's going to change strategy for the race, or do you think everyone should start on softs?
I think the medium soft, or maybe even the medium hard, given what conditions there are. I think it's definitely. I don't think many people are going to start on softs if they can. Really. I think the soft strategy, especially in a league race, is kind of destructive, really, to your own race. I know I see a lot of... Good.
Okay. I mean, yesterday we saw Awesome Gumball, who's in the Alfa Romeo, today, had a fantastic strategy. He started on mediums, and actually got a little bit lucky as well, because the safety car came out at the right time, and he he kept the mediums on for an insanely long time and pitted at the very end for the softs and came home in like P4, P5, and he got spun around as well. And here we are for an onboard of Apex Finley. So Apex coming through up to turn 4, the first straight. Of course, there's no DRS because of the rain, which sucks. But he doesn't want to get an invalidation. This should be a banker lap for him, and hopefully he doesn't make any mistakes on this lap. Into turn 5 he goes.
Ooh, something else that I've just looked at is different tires are being used. I don't know if maybe the wets are the right tires, but I can see, more games is on the inters.
So Stanley and C-Sweat. Interesting. I wouldn't opt for the inters just yet, but
maybe
unless if it's or maybe it will rain more and it will get heavier, and that's why they're coming out for a quicker lap now. Maybe strategic. As we're coming to the end of the lap with Apex Finley, he hasn't invalidated, so that's good for him. What's his lap time going to be? A 1:19.006. That's almost a perfect lap time on the 1:19s. As McChicken goes P2. Are you watching what's going on with Butt Fedora?
In the Mercedes. 5/10 off. Provisional pole. We're going to probably see people 1.5 seconds off in these conditions.
As Stanley, oh my goodness, he has absolutely slammed it, which shows that the inters are good. 6/10 of a second.
I don't know if we'll see people come in for inters or if the time has already passed for them.
Yeah, it'll be very interesting to see what all these other drivers on inters like C-Sweat, More Games, and Crooner are gonna set. As that time by Bamboo Vegas must be like, he must have spun on that lap because there's no way.
More games on the inters, second ahead of all the wet runners.
Which shows that the inters might be a tad better at this stage.
I don't know the ability of more games, so I can't speak on it, but it is only 2/10 up on the next best wet runner, so maybe those inters are dying, so I don't know.
I mean, he's only had him for one lap, but maybe he made a little bit of a mistake in the middle sector, because again, middle sector is tricky for a lot of people. As I'm going to check the sector times really quick. His middle sector is a 41.1. He lost 3/10 in the middle sector, but his first sector was quickest.
Here's Sequit on the inter, see if he can rival Stanley, and he does.
Oh my goodness. And he has absolutely smashed him.
Those inters are definitely the tire to go on.
Yeah, that is going to be an interesting title fight now, because C-Sweat is now 6/10 of a second ahead of Stanley, and Stanley again is behind in the championship, and he needs to beat C-Sweat in some shape or form. I believe he is, I forget how many points he is behind C-Sweat.
He is 14 points behind C-Sweat.
So he needs to finish either second and C-Sweat out of the points, third with C-Sweat out of the points, or first with C-Sweat in the point. I don't know. Scenarios, anything first, second, or third and C-Sweat out of the points is good for him, but.
And Stanley on a bit of a flyer, he's about 1/10 up, but obviously it's not going to be enough to rival Secret unless he just nailed that final corner.
Or unless if he lost energy towards the end of the lap. Oh, he did improved by 10.
He did kind of get blocked a bit by Butt Fedora, but I couldn't really tell that much as I switched over him a bit too late.
Oh, and C-Sweat gets even faster, 1:17.3, 8/10 now is the gap. He absolutely smashed his personal best on the first lap. I think that was an improvement of like 4/10 or so.
4/10, and that's the strategy when qualifying in the wet. You fuel your car up for maybe 2 or 3 hot laps in succession, and because these tires wear so slowly, you can just do that. You can go 3/10 faster.
Oh yeah, he's going quicker again. In the first sector, he's 3/10 up.
Because of the slow movement in the rain, you have all the energy to do that too.
Yeah. I wonder if the inters are starting to get better. Oh, he went for a little bit of a slide out of that corner.
And Stanley is 6/10 up on his run.
Yeah, so the inters are getting quicker.
Yep.
So I'm
Yep.
probably going to guess that everyone is going to switch to enters now. As Stanley, will he go quickest? He is
very close.
400ths of a second off, but C-Sway is going quicker as he goes into the 171s, almost
lowers it even more.
Yeah, so they're on older inters too, so it'd be interesting to see what. And someone is off the track.
Yep.
Did he spin or is he just
Godfather
getting out
at
everyone's
turn 4,
way?
Maybe he just went off. Maybe he's giving way.
I mean, he's on his outlap, so as Apex Finley is the next driver to the line, he is a second up on his time right now.
McChicken just spun on the last corner. He was on a very fast lap.
As Apex Finley goes third fastest, but not everyone has set a time yet, so we'll find out if that's any good. More Games is about to start his first lap, I believe, on his tires. Who's the next driver? Oh, McChicken's about to start his second lap. He's using anti-lock brakes, which is more professional used, but like in the wet, it's horrible. Oh, and he spins! He's knocked his front wing. That is not something you want to see.
Back to the pits. It's going to cost some valuable time.
Yeah, 8 minutes and 40 seconds. I mean, it might actually play out for him if the rain's just going to get better. As Crooner goes fourth fastest. And I believe the next driver to cross the line is the Alfa Romeo of Awesome Gumball, but he's about to start his lap. So
Godfather XBN seems to be the farthest into his lap.
If I can find him. I found him. He's invalidated his lap, actually. Oh, More Games is about to cross the line for his second flying lap, but he didn't get much farther than he did on his first one. So, Flying Chippo is about to start his first flying lap as C switches to new inters. Someone spun in the middle of the sector. That's McChicken, I believe. He cannot find grip right now.
Yes.
There's a yellow flag at the last corner.
Yeah, I noticed Bud Fedor, he's on his first flying lap on these inters, but he's been down. So I'm wondering maybe... Oh, never mind. He just went back up.
What in the world is Crooner doing? He just stopped at the final corner.
Okay.
I mean, he's giving leewage, but like, what is he doing? As someone just went quicker, Blend Machine goes fourth fastest.
But Fedor moves up one place to 9th.
Interesting. And Elliot buying to stay out on wets. He believes that wets are the right tire, which is very interesting indeed. Who else is on a lap? Is Crooner on a lap? He's at 10th off this time. Oh, never mind. He's the one who I saw. Apex Finley goes quickest with a 1:17.0.
More Games does not improve. He was a second up before the last corner.
That's a fantastic lap from the AlphaTauri driver.
And it seems like he's still maybe going for another lap.
One of the Red Bulls is going slow.
C-Swit comes back out. I'm gonna try to defend that pole position that he just lost.
Yeah. Godfather's on a lap, but he's at 2 seconds off of his time, and he looks like he's losing fuel. As we're watching Blend Machine, he's about to finish his lap. He has the red fuel sign that he's about up, and he comes in. just as I say that. But Fedora is
Yep.
a 10th up. He improves by a place again. Who else is on a lap? Alien Bayan is starting his lap on wets, which is interesting, like we said before. One of the Alpines is coming to the line. That's Crooner. Crooner is 5/10ths up, and he improves, but stays in his position, which shows that he might have been really far behind. But let's take a look.
And Moore goes third fastest with that lap.
Great lap by him. It's pretty interesting to see how close drivers are, as I believe one of the Red Bulls is coming to the line. That's Broom. He's about to start his lap, as I just saw someone spun. That's Alien Bayan.
That's Alien Bayan. He's still out on the wets.
Yeah, I'm not sure if those wets were the right decision or not. It's always a toss-up in this weather, like if wets or inters are the best tire, and Jeff certainly won't do you any favors either, as I believe Stanley's about to start.
He's about to start his final lap, or not final.
Well, not his final, but you know, another lap. His first lap on these
his final laps, I should say.
Yeah. And we're gonna go on board with him. Actually, I'm just gonna go in order of how people.
Finley, he's only down about a 10th. Maybe he can gain it and increase that pole position even further.
Bamboo Vegas goes 9th fastest. Good lap from him, as McChicken, I believe, is about to cross the line.
Apex comes in for fresh.
Good decision.
Maybe, if he can get out in time.
More Games improves, and he's 2nd fastest now. He's finding a little bit more pace throughout these laps, and it looks like Seaswood's last lap was invalidated because he didn't improve.
Broom moves up to 8th.
Good lap from Broom. But look at 6th and 7th. Blame Machine and Crooner separated by a few thousandths, 9 thousandths of a second. Shows how close these drivers are on this circuit in the wet. As we're on board with C-Swit, I believe Stanley is on a lap too. He's down to 4th, so he'll be looking to improve. But it looks like he overfueled because he's a 2nd down, or maybe he spun. But yeah, he's a 2nd and a half down.
We have McChicken coming to the line. He's about to complete his first actual lap. He's had no complications. He's about 2 seconds up right now.
As McChicken, if he gets invalidated right there, that's tragic.
Oh,
he goes quickest by 2/10ths of a second. What a lap!
He just needed the lap. He had 2 chances before that, and he invalidated both of them.
Let's see if the other Aston Martin C-Swit, who's on a lap about to come to the line now, he goes quickest by 5/10ths. Both.
Either that track is drying up, or C-Swit just showed his true potential.
And he just cut the corner, so that's great.
Oh, and McChicken spins out turn 4. That's been catching a lot of people out.
Yeah, I mean, that corner is very difficult for a lot of drivers. Like, turn 4, you wouldn't think is an overtaking spot, but again it is. As Stanley is doing a lap right now, but he's well off the pace. He needs to find a lot of pace for this last lap. I believe there's yellow flags everywhere. There's a yellow flag in the start of Sector 2, there's a yellow flag in Sector 2, and there's yellow flags everywhere in Sector 2. It's just Sector 2.
Boom handle about 1/10 up from his previous run. You can see if he improves his position. I know he's currently 3rd in the championship, so he shouldn't be that far off.
McChicken's a little bit off his time, not that much. Oh, C-Swit is 6 seconds off his time, but you know. Apex Finley's on his out lap. He's about to start one. As both Alfa Romeos are starting their laps. Alien Bayan is about to start his lap along with Awesome Gumball. Maybe they'll try a little bit of a slipstream test, as there's a yellow flag that I just saw. But
Broom handle comes across the line.
6th,
moves up to 6th.
ahead of his teammate.
And that's going to be his final run because he just got the fuel indicator.
Yep, as Butt Fedora is about... Oh, never mind, he's on his out lap. Well... Oh, Fireball's about to finish his first lap. He hasn't set a lap time yet. And he sets a 1:24.4. He definitely needs to improve that. As McChicken retires from the session, did he crash? Oh, he retired in the pit lane. As Blend Machine is finished his lap. As one of the Ferraris, Stanley, about to set his final lap, I believe, goes a 10th faster. Actually, no, he has one more chance to try and pass C-Swit for pole. But right now, it's not looking good for him. As Flying Jippo is 4/10 up. See where he goes to. He goes 4th fastest behind the AlphaTauri driver. About 14 milliseconds ahead. As Apex Finley coming to the line goes 2nd fastest. Still 5/10 down.
And drifts it around turn 2.
And Elliot Biden goes 8th fastest while Awesome Gumball remains where he is. And we're going to see a lot of changes to the leaderboard, I think.
Handle. He was up 6/10. He was up 6/10 at the final corner and ran out just before the line.
As we're watching Stanley, he's 3/10 up. He could maybe get a better position that he's at right now. He went a little bit wide, but he set the fastest middle sector. He set the fastest middle sector, and he'll be looking to try and get a better position as Blend goes 4th fastest. As we're on board with Stanley right now, he's in the 1:15.16. He goes 2nd fastest behind his championship rival. So let's see if anyone else down the field is Apex.
About 5/10 from his championship rival, though. So
Flying Jippo's up by 5/10 as well. Let's see where he ends up. He goes 2nd fastest. What a lap! Who else is on a flyer?
We also have more games up 4/10.
As we watch, see, he goes 11th fastest. Ziyak, I don't remember how to pronounce his name. Alien Bayan is coming up to the line soon,
More
and he's
games goes 3rd fastest ahead of Stanley as Stanley just continues dropping down.
Wow! Look at the gap between More Games and Flying Jippo, 1/1000th of a second. Just showing that the gaps can be really small as Broom is just trundling around the circuit right now with no fuel whatsoever in his Red Bull. And Elliot Biden is in the pits, and I wonder what Broom will say.
I don't know, Broom might be up on this lap. See what he does.
Oh yeah. He's in the 144s right now. I think he's gonna set the fastest lap right now. The timing screen is actually glitched. That's actually like 54 seconds right now. He's zooming 57, 58. He's at 1 minute right now. Oh, is he going to set the world record time in the wet? 1 minute 3 seconds. Oh my gosh, what a lap. Totally wasn't a minute slower, but we're not talking about that. But yeah, we're going to see C-Swit on pole position, followed by Flying Jippo 3.5 back. That's a pretty big gap. Actually, come to think of it, it's not that big of a gap, but it could be a lot worse. More games 1,000th back.
We'll definitely have to see the conditions for the actual race, but if it's continuing in the wet, maybe this position is a indication of the championship to finish.
Yeah, going in in 4th place is Stanley. He needs to move up positions, otherwise he's not going to get his first championship in LSR. And Apex Finley in 5th runs down the top 5 for us for right now, and we can go down the drivers down the grid. You can do that if you want.
While we're waiting, we can just go over the circuit. The Brazilian Grand Prix, also known as Interlagos, 4.3 kilometers with 15 turns. Lots of championships have been decided here. Max Verstappen in 2016 put up a spectacular wet weather race that we might see from someone else here. It seems to be dry, so.
It does. So Apex Finley said it in the chat. He went to go for another lap, but tires overheated. Could have maybe got P2, but at least he didn't crash. So it'll be interesting to see if he can move up a few positions based on that knowledge. If the tires just overheated for him. And we're waiting for players. That's always a lovely sight to see. Waiting for players. I wonder if some people have gone for the wet setup, which wouldn't be the
Yes, that's what
smartest
I was thinking.
idea.
A lot of them were very close at the top. I'm wondering if Sequent maybe went for wet wet setup, while the others maybe just went for the dry. That's why they were so far off during qualifying.
Or maybe it's going to rain later in this race, and that's why he chose a wet setup.
Well, the clouds definitely are looking dark.
Pit stop strategy today should be a one-stop, but we saw yesterday's safety car that gave us a two-stop race, but it wasn't an insanely bad two-stop race.
So the top four are all on softs. Well, Apex Finley is on the mediums, and then the next three are all on softs. And then the rest of the grid, pretty standard, medium to soft, but Godfather XPN starting on those hards. I don't know if he'll be able to make up positions, but I'd love to see it.
Not gonna be overly critical of Godfather, but that is not a very good starting tire. They're really cold off the start if you don't get them heated up in time. As Zuti has left the session, that's not good. But yeah, if you don't get those hearts heated up quick enough, then you're a sitting duck at the start, which might actually be good for him because you don't want to get involved in a first lap incident either. So
he is in 16th place, so not a lot of people to crash into the back of him, at least.
Yeah, and he has nothing to lose, so I mean he could do anything in this race. But C-Switch starting from pole position, followed by Jippo in the Red Bull. For Haas, it's more games, along with Stanley in the Ferrari, and Zuti is back with us, thank goodness. Mercedes.
Oh, did he just join on the? Joined on the formation lab. We might have to.
I bet you it's a lobby glitch. Lobby glitch 100 probably. If there's a lobby glitch, I'm just going to throw my controller across the room. But lots of British flags in the crowd right now. One Monegasque flag, and there's a bunch of Brazilian flags as well. I don't know why that's relevant, but you know, just
interesting.
I wonder if Flying Jippo might go for, if he gets a fantastic start, will he go for a move down the inside of C-Switch? Granted, we don't have a lobby glitch. As oh no, there's a lobby glitch.
Oh no, and there he goes.
As Zuti has jumped the start. Are we actually? Oh no, you gotta be joking. You gotta be joking me. This is not funny. Oh, and in Discord he said, what? Nice. Great. Fantastic. And C-Swit said, welp. Great. Oh, wait. Now everyone can change their tires.
Their dry setups.
Yeah. So, qualifying... Zuti just rigged the lobby.
Yep. Been instructed to just wait to see, but it's not looking too good.
Well, we'll have to see. Oh, he joined during quali. That also glitches the lobby, so that's not good.
Big double glitch.
Triple glitch. I mean, no way. I'm up for just watching Zuti just completing a race. I mean, who cares about the championship?
Laps of this.
Okay, it's definitely glitch. He's just flying down the straight. It's glitch. And that's going to be a restart. 100%. Let me leave this session. Thank goodness. And we're leaving this multiplayer session while we're... Oh my gosh.
So that's a very dramatic start to our championship decider race.
Are we going to change... Are we going to have a different weather for the race? That's the question. I've received
if it isn't, everyone's going to be putting on their dry setups, and people won't have been hindered by maybe their high.
X-Ray just said, now the setups are screwed. Agreed. Everyone's going to be on a dry setup unless if... Awesome Gumball said, now the front grid will have fresh tires.
Yes.
And More Games said, shh, we're not talking about that. And Splash is complaining about the setups being screwed. I mean, I don't blame him. A lot of people are kind of unhappy about that, so waiting for the lobby to be remade. I mean, hopefully F1.
Is it really an F1 21 championship if we don't have a lobby glitch once in a while?
I mean, yeah. I mean, it's fine.
Just part of the game.
Yeah, hopefully F1 2022 doesn't have glitches like this, but you know it's EA Sports, so you never know. I mean, do we even have lobby glitches in the 2020 game?
We did have the formation lap one, but that was a very rare one to see. We did not have the qualifying one, which has held up so many lobbies that I've been in.
And Apex Finley has just said in the chat, I had dry set up for wet quality just for the lobby to glitch.
Oh.
See, that's what I was thinking as well, because like all those people who are like, oh, I'm going to go on a dry set because I see the dry race. We're just going to not use a wet set because there's no way this lobby is going to glitch. But it has. I mean, unfortunate to see that. At least C-Switch said the lobby is being restarted and invites will be out shortly. So, Grown Up David said no harm done, to be honest, just time wasted. I mean, a little bit of harm has been done.
Yes.
But I was up for a full 36 lap race of ZT. I mean, you could just watch his AI just go all the way around the track.
We could have decided the championship right there.
Yeah. I wonder if we could get an interview session with either Seawit or Stanley at the end of this race.
Yes, definitely.
I'm just looking at the beautiful Aston Martin car. Because...
nothing else to do.
in the Ferrari. Actually, I'm just going to talk about F1 2022 because I have nothing else better to do. Oh, and I just got an invite. Oh, no, I didn't. I pressed the wrong button. Anyway, what are your thoughts on the car liveries?
I mean, I think some of the cars that I've seen have been the best looking ones that I've pretty much ever seen. The Ferrari, I think is the best looking livery on the car. And even though it's pretty iconic, I kind of like the Merc Black. Kind of sad to see it go back to silver, but you know.
Speaking of the Merc, I saw this one meme that said, breaking, Mercedes have gone back to silver inspired by Lewis Hamilton's second place finish in the 2021 World Drivers' Championship.
Unfortunate.
Oh my gosh. That is just something else. But you know, it'll be an interesting season, hopefully. Hopefully more drivers will be involved in the title fight this year. I think Ferrari are looking to get back into the mix. So
Yes. The reports of the Ferrari power unit getting some extra horsepower out of it.
get it? Because it's a horse? Ha ha.
Yes.
The Haas looks the same. The Red Bull looks almost the same, but it's the same.
The Red Bull's a Red Bull. It'll always look the same.
True. That is facts. The Alfa Romeo we haven't seen yet. The Alpine is tomorrow, actually. That's good. The Williams, I don't really like the Williams for whatever reason. It just looks so plain to me.
You know, I kind of like the Williams. It's very different from what they've done before, but I kind of liked it.
I mean, let's compare the Williams of today versus the one in 2016. The full-on white livery versus today's blue livery. The McLaren, it's the mix of the Gulf livery with its original livery. I kind of like it.
I liked it too. I mean, watching the reveal party, kind of a pain, 40 minutes. But, you know, every livery gets leaked about 5 minutes before the actual reveal happens, so you could have just seen it there.
I mean, the Didn't the Ferrari get leaked really early or something?
The Ferrari, the AlphaTauri.
Yeah, the AlphaTauri, I mean, the AlphaTauri looks quite... I actually kind of like the AlphaTauri. They changed the blue a tad, but like... I don't know, I've always liked the AlphaTauri, I don't know why.
It looks very AlphaTauri-ish.
Interesting use of words there, but...
Yes.
You know, we'll just...
Like Red Bull, they just stick to a general idea.
I mean, looking at 2020 up to 2021 and 2022, they all look about the same.
Yeah. Well, only 3 years of liveries, so maybe 2023 they'll come out with a pink car. We never know.
No, because Alpine stole BWT,
Yes.
so they're going to be... I wonder if
I'm excited to
Alpine
see that pink.
will be pink. Will Alpine be pink? We'll find out tomorrow.
Yes, we need a pink car back on the grid.
I mean, the pink car, when it was back on the grid, was Racing Point, and they had a copy of the Mercedes. Will Alpine have a copy of the Mercedes?
Well,
Last year?
probably not, but we can see.
I mean, don't they have Otmar Safnar too?
Yes, yes, it's just gonna be the...
It's just going to be a copy of the Aston Martin. Except a little bit different because obviously the 2020... Actually, nobody can really copy each other because of the 2022 regulations, so...
Yeah. I think that's... I mean, the cars, every single one looks different. I think that's so fun to look at as a spectator.
Honestly, at this point, we're just talking nonsense.
Yeah, but well, we're just waiting for the confirmation to go.
Yeah. Zuti has gone to the AlphaTauri. So... Nice. You were on the Mercedes and now you changed to the AlphaTauri. More games.
It's the master plan by AlphaTauri.
To break the lobby to help... Actually, no, it hurt Finley because he was like, I had a dry setup.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not sure what's going on. Apparently...
More Games has readied up without a car.
Yeah, that's weird. But he hasn't chosen a team. That is... Oh, and it glitched. It just glitched. It
did?
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Their lobby glitched because of choosing cars when readied up. Could you imagine? Oh, More Games put a sim emoji on my screen for not choosing the team. I mean, it's a master plan. I mean, if you can't see the car, you can't determine what position you finished in. So...
Yes, don't forget your setups for anyone watching.
If you forget setup, you're actually screwed because this said... Actually, I'm not sure about... This track's not really set up-ish, but the middle sector certainly needs to set up.
You could definitely get maybe an entire second to set up.
Don't forget... Moore said nuts. Yuki said forget them. I mean, he's not racing today, so... Wait, has Aston Martin released his car? I don't think so. Well, yeah, they have.
Yes, they have.
Someone said that the new Aston Martin looks the best. I mean...
The body structure of it is definitely one of the more unique ones. Looks like a beast. Hopefully it is a beast.
I mean, both the Ferrari and the Aston Martin have, like, those... What are they called? Spokes on the sides, I guess you would call them? And the Aston Martin now has yellow on its livery, which I kind of like, because it outlines all the green, so... But yeah, we're about to start in 17 seconds without a lobby glitch this time, otherwise I'm... Again. Wait, I didn't get a chance to throw my controller. Dang it. But, yeah.
The weather looking very clear.
They changed the weather. It's only going to be a clear race like yesterday's race. Gosh dang it. I wanted to see a wet race spot. Like, I wanted to see a wet Brazil, like, Senna winning the race. And somebody has just commented in the comments, and it's probably about Aston Martin, and someone's probably going to argue with me about Aston Martin. Like, Mercedes and... Oh, okay. Mercedes and Ferrari look great, IMO. True. I mean...
Sorry about that.
It's alright. But, like... I mean, the Merc... It's so weird now seeing a silver Mercedes now. Because for 2 years I've just seen...
Yeah, you're used to the black now.
Yeah. So pit stop strategy today, stopping on lap 14 for hards. But I would actually disagree with that and go for mediums. I don't know,
You know
but
what? More games switched his tire to mediums, so...
Ooh, I'm not... That might get a little bit of a look at by the stewards, but I'm not sure if that's illegal or
Godfather's
not.
still on hards.
Fair. Zuti on medium. Oh, Zuti is about to do a whole race on the mediums. I mean, I think it's legal, but I'm not sure, because if it's a restart, I think you're fine. As long as he didn't do any laps on the tires.
Yes.
Maybe he didn't get to start the race. I don't remember the rules on that, and I'm sure the stewards will correct me. I mean, I am a steward, so I'm sure I'll correct myself on that. You know what's interesting, though? That Seawit has the default, like, everything. The default profile and everything. He needs to change that for next season. As we're waiting for all the drivers to get to the grid, as Zuti is taking forever, strategically giving Stanley the win, because Seawit's tires are going to be much colder than everyone else's.
He is stopping and slowing down at least, so...
Hurry up! I want to race. Anyway. I cannot see the lights.
Alright,
That's
take
not
it away.
good. Oh, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5... Oh wait, no. 5 lights. And it's lights out and away we go, and Seaway gets a worse start than Jippo, I believe, and they're side by side into turn 1 as someone has already flown off the track, and the midfield is really close. Oh my goodness, it's like 5 wide into turn 1. We don't want to see. Oh, there's crashes everywhere. I can't watch this anymore. I'm gonna go home as Broom has been taken out. And everyone's spinning. What is going on in the back? As Flying Jippo has taken the lead, Seaway in P2, McChicken in P3, and Stanley in P4. As Broom Handle has had a horrible start, is all the way down to 16th. As someone has just spun around, that's Bamboo Vegas. I can't not watching that because it's too far the gate. And More Games is right on the back of Blind Machine right now.
More Games down 6 places from the start. So.
Oh yeah, he started 3rd, didn't he? Or 2nd, I don't know. A position. As Seaway, I think he's just going to try and take it careful because his teammate's right behind him. He'll probably hold Stanley up.
I don't know how much races they've had together, but the smart move would just be to hold Stanley up for the entire race.
Yeah. That's fine. Jippo takes the fastest lap, obviously, because it's always the same. Whoever is in the lead always gets the fastest lap on the first lap, and Broom Handle's in the pits.
Godfather's going to be coming in as well. And so will Bambo.
Those 3 drivers need a safety car, so... It's getting a little close between the 2 Alfa Romeo drivers as Fireball is coming past but Fedora into turn 4, and I knew we were going to have some overtaking there. As they're fighting all the way up to turn 5, and that's going to be... And Fireball is backed out of that one. That's a good decision. I would not go for a move into turn 5. Alien Bayan, I mean, winning the championship yesterday, hopefully he can get some places in this race. But right now he's stuck behind his Alfa Romeo teammate. I wouldn't say stuck, but he's behind him. So, and we're going to come to the end of lap 2 already. This is already, I mean, this track is really short, so it's expected. As Seaway is right on the back of Jippo. And he's like 2 tenths behind us. He sets the fastest lap of the race with a 109.7. he won't be going for a move as DRS is now enabled. So will he go for a move into turn 4? He's going to have some DRS into turn 4.
Enabled for the first time.
He has DRS. Will he go for a move? It's not. And he waltz. That's a good decision by him. As Elliott Biden is right behind his teammate Austin Gumbel. That is going to be a battle that we're going to see all day today because they're really matched on pace and they're both in the Alfa Romeo, which doesn't have anything to do with it because they're equal cars. So, I mean,
My cat is running in front of my screen. Cannot see them.
That is. I was about to say, is there a cat running on the track? That's something that I would like to see Codemasters implement into the next game. But, you know, Seawit is still right behind. Oh, he has had an absolute flyer out of the last corner. And now he's going to have a great run on Flying Jippo. Will he have a move? He's getting out of the slipstream. So he might not want to fight.
Maybe he doesn't want to pass. Yep, stays right behind him, lifts off a bit before the corner. Definitely wants to get it into 4.
Or maybe he just wants to stay behind. See, this is what Seawit does. I've seen a lot from him as Fireball has finally gotten past Butt Fedora into P12. But this is what I've seen Seawit do a lot of the time. He just stays behind drivers and waits for them to make a huge mistake, and then he just gets past. Which, he plays the patient game, which is actually a great idea because patience is a virtue. I mean, yep. And Butt Fedora's gotten back past Fireball, and they're fighting, and Fireball is now behind him by like 4/10. So, and
McChicken right behind C-Swit might not be going for an overtake, but might be putting just a tiny bit of pressure on him.
If McChicken takes out his teammate and Stanley wins because of that, I don't know what to say at this point.
Definitely just wants to stay in the DRS range so that Stanley has no chance in overtaking him.
Stanley looks to have underfueled too. If you look at his fuel thing, it's yellow, so that means that he's underfueled. It's Apex Finley. Oh, that's not the right person. Zuti is down the inside of X. Oh, and that is not much space given, but we're going back to the front. If I can get there in time, as Stanley is right behind Flying Jippo. See, if I were in Flying Jippo's point of view, this is why they're such great drivers, because if I were right behind, if I were right in front of Seawit, I would be like spinning off at every corner. I would be trembling.
Well, something about this, if Stanley decides to go for the undercut, C-Swit might regret his decision to just stay behind. He's going to get held up. Stanley might have that clear error on his outlap, and he might just jump him.
Very possible, but I feel like, maybe not. Well, if that happens and he undercuts, McChicken might stay out and do the overcut and do a Sergio Perez and be the Mexico Minister of Defense and just hold him up. As Fireball and More Games are so matched on pace right now, even though More Games...
McChicken getting about 2 feet from the back of
Blaine has gotten past Apex Finley. That is interesting.
Finley's going to be fighting back, though. A bit too far back.
Lap marker... Wait, are those lapped cars or no? I think those were lapped... No, they weren't. I'm just blind. But, yeah, this will... Wait, no, it was a lapped car. Wait, no, it wasn't. They're still way ahead. As what in the world has happened in midfield? All the way from 10th down to 13th.
Awesome Gumball just ran off at turn 4, Alien Bayern.
The two teammates. Interesting.
And I'm interested in Stanley's strategy because underfueling on a track like Monaco or maybe Singapore can be seen as fine, but Brazil, you're pretty much full throttle and braking the entire time, except for
he has an absolute run on McChicken though.
He does. McChicken has DRS from his teammate.
Will he go for a move into turn? That will be a really interesting move. No, he will not. That's very smart. I would not do that either. Top 5 are separated not by much, though. They're only separated by 1.7 seconds. So just shows.
Yes.
how
C-Sweat
close
is
they
just
are.
biding his time behind flying Jippo. He could have
As
just gone
Jippo
side
just
by
went
side and took
extremely wide. Well, not extremely wide, but he went wide out of turn 4. But I don't think that's an issue because C-Sweat, I don't think will go for a move. So I feel
This
like
is just going to be a bit of a DRS train here at the front. C-Sweat doesn't want to pass, and he's not going to.
it's just Flying Jippo is the safety car, presumably, right now. And I wonder if any other drivers will get involved, like
Stanley
Blend
very
Machine.
close to McChicken this time around, though.
McChicken's a little bit farther back from his teammate. He's 9/10 behind.
Yes.
So he'll have less of a strip sleeve. As what in the world has happened in Sector 2 as Zuti is spun off, but I'm interested in the battle at the front right now. Sorry to Zuti, but I think
he's
he
not using his ERS. Stanley is not using his ERS on those straights to try to get closer to McChicken. Maybe
I feel like that's strategic.
Maybe he doesn't even want to.
Or maybe he wants to go for a move into turn 4. Is he using energy now? Nope, he's not using energy.
He
Doing a
might
little
just
bit.
be going for that undercut.
Oh my goodness! Look at Seawood's energy. He is 90%. Your mic just cut off for a second.
Yeah, my cat just grabbed my cord. For more games on XYX. Into turn 4, that was a good move.
Yeah. But look at C-Swit's battery. He's at 100%. He's not using anything.
He's not using anything.
He literally does not want to go for a move. Maybe he does a little bit. Oh, whoa! Stanley went really, really wide. Heading into the foul corner.
Is right behind him, so can't afford to make too many mistakes.
Will anyone come in this lap? Will Stanley go for the undercut? No, he won't. As Kruder's right behind him as well. There's a great battle for the top 4.
Apex Finley on Blend Machine. Oh, could have maybe gone for it if he used some ERS.
Yeah, but it's all a game of strategy, I guess. As Stanley's using a little bit of energy. As Seawood's back. Oh, Seawood used energy. He's down to 83. Caught him in 4K. JK. I mean, like, nobody has penalties. Everyone's keeping it so clean. Guys, let's take a look at positions. Gained and lost. Flying Jippo's up 1, Seawood's down 1, McChicken up 3, Stanley has stayed where he is, Kruder up 3, Blend Machine up 1, Finley down 2, Elliot Biden up 3, Austin Gumbel stays the same. More Games has had an absolute horrible first 9 laps. He's down 7. YX is up 1, Fireball up 3, but Fedora up 1. And actually, Seawood is a lot closer.
But Fedora is right on the back of Fireball. And want to keep my eyes on the front. But
Apex Finley and Blend Machine are fighting. As Apex Finley, man, easy overtake. But McChicken's really close.
Fedora, he's about to take him into turn 1. Might even clear him before turn 1.
He does. Whoa! The gap at the front got really close for a second. It was like 0.08. They're not overtaking each other. I mean, Jippo should have a disadvantage right now. I mean, he has no DRS. I think he's using... I mean, he has 50% ERS, so he's managing ERS. But, yeah, if Seawood doesn't get a move on, I think McChicken might try to overtake him. I mean, McChicken's showing some rapid pace right now, and he's just staying in the slipstream. As Elliot Biden is really making a move on, and he's catching up to Blend Machine. He's in 8th right now, so as they're going to have DRS again for the 10th time. Actually, no, not the 10th time, the 7th time. As Seaway is still not going to go for a move. He hasn't used any battery. He's just chilling.
Yes, while this race may seem close, it's so far not much action at the top.
Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting to see that. See, I don't know what the track limits are on. Are they on strict? I feel like they are.
I assume they would be on strict. I don't know if spectators were able to see warnings.
I can see it. I can find it.
Fireball into the pits and he put on hards.
Interesting.
So he's gonna go the full length of the race with those. Yeah, but Aston Martin right now, prime position to overtake Williams and Ferrari.
There's a mistake in the lobby. Corner cutting is on regular.
Oof.
I was like, there's no way Flying Jippo does not have a penalty right now because he went wide at turn 4 again, like 4 times in a row. And oh my goodness, see when it has an absolute run, he's going for it. He's like, it's time to go. I bet he's going for an in-lap this lap as he takes the lead.
Yes,
as there's a yellow flags in sector 3. And that's Butt Fedora, I believe. Yep, he is off. He just reset the track.
So that's more games as well.
Wait, was that more games or Butt Fedora? I think that was more games.
Yes.
Oh, it was more games. And they're look at Seawit, Flying Jippo, and McChicken. They're all on the back of each other. But
Stanley dropping a bit back from McChicken, or he was.
Yeah, it's coming that time.
This is the in lap for C-Swit. He made the right choice to do it right then.
You think he's coming in this lap? He might. I think he's going to stay out a little bit longer because it said on this race strategy 14. But you know, some people might go for an alternative strategy. Maybe Seawit going for the 2-stop. Maybe boxing this lap for mediums and then going softs at the end. We'll see. What's he doing? Flying Jippo will have an absolute run. He's going for it.
He is gonna...
Oh, he's right behind. He might not go for a move. No, he's going to stay back.
Did use ERS.
He's going to go on all the way down to turn 4. These 5 drivers are... Ellie Mine, I told you he was flying. He's up in the 8th and then he got passed again. But what is going on at the front? And never mind. Flying Jippo is too far back. He's 5/10 now behind.
And yeah, Ellie and Bine just weaving around the straight.
I mean, Seawit had, for the first couple of laps, as he just went a little bit wide there, but it's not going to matter because the corner cutting is on regular. Because if it was on strict, if you went really wide, it would be a warning. Like a little bit wide as well. And anyway, Ellie and Bine, I was saying that he was getting, like yesterday he was flying, but like, I mean,
I was just about to mention, and C-Swit just did it. You can go very, very wide on that final actual corner with the regular limits.
Yeah, and then get a good exit. As Flying Jippo actually has a run again, but again, Seawit is using ERS. ERS is so powerful.
Oh,
as McChicken's right on the back. I thought he was about to hit him. Oh, he has an absolute run, maybe? Is he going for a move?
Flying Jippo does have DRS.
He's not using any ERS.
Oh.
Did he go for a move? Oh, he is. He's right behind.
Close.
Oh.
C-Swit using all of the track allowed to him with these regular corner moves.
Oh. What if he went down the inside there? Oh, wait. He's a good run. Blend Machine has in the pits.
Mediums.
I mean, he pitted off of softs. I think this is where they're going to pit. It's lap 14, so will McChicken go for a move? Well, actually,
I think Stanley has to come in this lap if he wants anything to do with the top 3.
Yeah. He's an undercut. As Fireball is on the hards. Which is...
He came in lap 11 for the hard. So.
Interesting.
C-Swit stays out. Stanley comes in.
Oh, Stanley's in. So this will be crucial.
Does have the clear air for the in-lap, though.
Where does Stanley come out? Actually, Stanley has quite a gap. If he gets out right ahead of X-Yak or whatever.
He does. A very big
He's going
gap.
for the mediums. He's stuck.
Oh, slow.
Oh wait, it was glitched. It was glitched.
Oh, glitched, okay.
I was like, what? Like, why is Ferrari? It's Ferrari. Ferrari's at it again with Sebastian Vettel pit stop. But as Austin drivers come in, so Stanley needs an absolute flyer for an outlap to get anywhere close to the top 3.
A lot of clear space ahead of him.
If he spins, then this is pretty much he's screwed. As
he's using his ERS, still low on the fuel for the whole race.
What is Seawitt doing? He's went all the way up to 8th gear.
Yes. Do you think on?
Yellow flags in the sector 3. What happened there? It was McChicken, I believe, who went extremely wide. As
Yeah,
Apex Finley has passed him.
And C-Swit still is not in.
Near is flying,
out.
Jeepo. Crooner and McChicken are in. Wait, how is Crooner all the way up? Oh wait, Crooner was the Alpine that was behind. So
yeah,
Crooner passed
right behind
McChicken.
Stanley. And then McChicken
It'll be
understeered a
interesting.
lot out of time.
Let's see where Crooner comes out. If Stanley has a fantastic gap. Whoa, Stanley has a huge gap to Crooner.
Stanley, yes.
So Stanley is working the undercut like a treat right now. He's way ahead of Crooner, who is literally right behind
too,
him.
So McChicken can't do anything to maybe try and hold him up.
Yeah, I think Stanley might have perfected the undercut here. Let's see if
Flying Dippo,
Seawitt...
though, is still on the back of Seawitt. Yeah.
I feel like I'm always pronouncing his name wrong.
Yes.
I mean, Seaswitt, but...
Bit of overseer.
You had me scared for a second. I thought you were about to say, oh, and he spun off. As will Seaswitt come in? No, he will not.
Does not come
As
in.
Flying Jimbo comes in. Is he playing the long game here and going for hards this lap? 19 laps on hards is not... Actually, maybe going for fresher mediums.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking as well. I think the mediums are the obvious choice here no matter what lap you pit in after
No, it's
14.
going to be... Let's see where Flying Jimbo comes out. If he comes out behind Stanley, that will be interesting. Wait, I think he will. Stanley is flying. Oh, so Seawitt might be in a little bit of a pickle. Oh, wait, it's side by side out of the pit exit. It's side by side out of the pit. Oh, wait, never mind. He's barely ahead. So Stanley might be right behind Seawitt, or ahead. Barely ahead of, or behind. But they will both have fresher tires, Seawitt and Jippo, when they... I mean, Jippo will have fresher tires because he already pit. But only a lap fresher, so I'm not... The strategy is a little iffy right now. As Seaswitt is coming around the final corner, will he pit this time? Please, just pit for mediums. Just pit now. If he doesn't... Yep, he's coming in. He's coming in. Finally.
Now all eyes on Stanley.
Will he get a penalty coming into the pit lane? He slows it down. Good, good, good. I was about to say.
Oh, Stanley almost locked him.
Let's see where Stanley comes out. As Flying Jippo might give him pressure into turn 1. But he's not. He's not using any battery. Look at how much battery. Never mind. Wait, where will Seawitt come out?
And
Wait.
Seaswitt is coming out.
Will he regain the lead or will he stay? He's behind right now. As Stanley has undercut him. And so is Flying Jimbo.
And here comes Stanley.
Stanley down. Stanley is taking the lead. Over Seaswitt is taking...
as well.
Oh my gosh, the championship contenders are now in 4th and 5th right now.
Yes, they are net 1 and 2. The 3 in front of them have not yet pit.
But at this moment, if they stay 1-2, Seaswitt will still win the championship because he's 14 points ahead. So,
Stanley, put on those brakes, brother.
Or just slam him into a wall. I mean, do a little bit of a brake check, you know?
So Seaswitt, he's not going to be moving from his position right here.
No, I'm interested in the 3 drivers in front, Apex Finley, Elliott Byron, and Awesome Gumball, might stay out.
Just got Finley.
Yeah, I just watched that. But I think they'll all just stay and wait for Seawitt just broke in right before turn 1 and lifted off, and he's going for the move on Stanley. Well, Stanley, he's backing off. He doesn't want to pass him.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to risk anything, but he has no DRS. So Jippo will go for a move into turn 4. Never mind, he backed out of that one really quickly. So the top 3, Awesome Gumball doing his strategy from yesterday. If there's a safety car, the top 3 might stay there. I mean, those mediums will last a few more laps, I believe.
At the back of the field, Zudi just passes Broom Handle very easily.
I mean, Broom has had pretty bad luck so far. But the net top 3 right now, if there's no safety car or whatever, Stanley, C-Swit, and Flying Jippo are all nose to tail right now.
And all 3 of the medium runners at the front stay out.
Oh, more games is out. Is there going to be a safety car? It's going to help the top 3. Is there a safety car? That's the question. It still says Sector 3 yellow flags. There's no safety car yet. No indications yet. It's still... I think it's no safety car because
it's retired on the side.
Yeah.
No
so there's
safety car.
No, that got me scared. So, no safety car. I thought there was going to be an almighty safety car, which would have helped the top 3. But, you know, it's going to be a great 16 laps left, and Seawood is just on the back of Stanley. He's pressuring him, but like we know that he's not going to go for a move. As someone has gone yellow flag, Zuti has gone wide, and Sector 1. But yeah, the top.
So with C-Swit not doing anything, it's kind of holding up the line, and McChicken and Blend Machine are starting to join this little train they have going on here.
And Crooner. As C-Swit is still just toying with Stanley right now. He's just, if we ride on board with him, you can see that he brakes way before when you can brake. You can brake a lot later than that, but he's just staying behind. He's just using his dear time. Another thing I've noticed about C-Swit is that he usually, when he doesn't want to pass someone, oh wait, maybe he'd go for it here. He's going side by side with Stanley, but Stanley goes wide. Oh, and C-Swit goes for the... As Stanley has to revert to going very wide, as C-Swit overtakes him.
Jippo.
As Flying Jippo lost a place to Crooner, as he goes down the inside of Crooner, and Crooner stays ahead. Wow.
So, I mean, Stanley's in a relatively good position now. If he can stay with C-Swit, he can maybe force him into mistake.
And slam him out with the Grand Prix. What?
Really going to be his only chance if C-Swit messes up.
And actually, one of the medium runners is in.
Yep,
that's Apex Fidley. So.
And both alphas are staying out, but
it's an Alfa Romeo 1-2.
Yes, but they cannot pit on the same lap, so.
Apex is opted for the soft compound tires, which will make it to the end.
About 14 laps, about.
As C-Swit is opening the gap to Stanley to 1.2 seconds. So, I mean, Stanley's undercut was pretty good.
Flying Jippo on Crooner into 7, maybe? No.
If they go for a move into 7, I'm gonna cry. Whoa! Flying Jippo spun!
And Flying Jippo doesn't hit any walls, no safety cars. Oh my god, I thought he wasn't ghosted right there.
If he wasn't ghosted, Apex was going straight into him. That was a little bit scary. But yeah, I saw him have a little bit of oversteer, or was it under? It was oversteer. He tried to go around the outside at 7. He switched from the inside to the outside, and then he just lost it, I guess. Lost the back end. As Elliot binds in. So one of the Alfa Romeo drivers coming in, as C-Swit sets the fastest lap of a 109.6. That is just basically my quality lap from yesterday, but like, we're not talking about that. But yeah, he has a 2-second gap to Stanley, and I think he's going to take the championship if nothing else happens. Michael Massey might be on the race director this race, so we'll find out.
Elliot Bine came out right behind Apex.
Interesting. As Crooner is right on the back of Stanley, and Crooner is like tantalizingly close to Stanley, as he's so close to him. As McChicken is now joining this battle, so is Blend Machine. They're all joining the battle. Oh, and someone is spun. That's Awesome Gumball.
That was the race leader.
And now Seawood retakes the lead, and that is not something the Alfa Romeo driver will want to see. As now he is just stuck. He has to wait for everyone to pass. Oh, he's lost a little bit of his wing. His end plate's gone on his left-hand side. But yeah, Seawitt is pulling away.
Crooner, though. Stanley does not have any DRS.
You mean ERS, but you're
Crooner
fine
up
with
the
that.
inside.
Oh, I can't see it. There's so much sun.
Yeah.
Oh, he almost did a
Crooner
S-Man
stays
Ocon.
ahead.
He almost did S-Man Ocon, did Stanley. I thought he was about to do an
Oh, and
Ocon
here
into that
comes-
corner. McChicken.
McChicken on Stanley, too.
Will he go down the inside? If he goes down the inside, it's going to be...
And he
Oh,
does.
he does. And
And he
Stanley
does.
has to go wide. Oh, and he's spun! He's gone!
He touched. Oh. And he's into the wall.
No, he didn't hit the wall. He was barely
Oh, he didn't? Okay.
close. He was very close to, though. And it now looks clearly in Seawood's hands
Yes.
for the championship.
Maybe some
See-
master planning with the S's.
Yep. Seawitt hold up Crooner and then give Aston Martin a 1-2. The Alpine does not have the L plan at the back, so they can't do their plan.
The Williams only ones in point scoring. The Aston Martins are on track to finish second in the championship as well.
Oh yeah, I forgot about constructors.
The Red Bull
But,
have cleared it up, but Aston Martin can get second.
They could. How many points is that? 25. Oh my goodness, it's Seawitt is fall. Whoa!
Oh,
Crooner's out! Oh wait, no, he's
Crooner's
not out.
out.
He just slammed into the wall. He
Oh.
broke the sign, and it looked like he lost everything. But he has spun it. I think he made contact with McChicken.
Apex
As
and
Blend
Blinn
Machine
are
has gotten
side by
past.
side.
Elliot Biden right on the back of Blend Machine. Will he go for a move into turn 5? Don't go for a move there.
Elliot Bynes' strategy worked pretty well considering where he qualified.
So did Apex Finley's. I mean he qualified pretty high up, but like it's worked out for him.
Elliot's up 6 positions from where he qualified, so
Apex Finley is joining the fight with the Aston Martin of McChicken. As McChicken's up in the P2. It's an Aston Martin 1-2 as of now. But Apex Finley has the fresher, faster tires, just like Abu Dhabi this year. And I just copied Martin Brundle to actually know it's Crofty, so we're not talking about that. But will Elliot Biden have a move into turn 1
Apex
as
will definitely
Blaine
have
has
a
comes
move.
into the pits? As Apex and McChicken fighting it out into turn 1. That is not going to end well. I'm on board with Elliot Biden right behind them. As Apex is completely sliced off turn 2. As if it was not there. But
Well, that's what you can do with those track limits.
now Apex will be trying to catch Seawitt. He's already gained 2/10 off of one corner. So he's flying right now, I think. I think Seawitt still has the fastest lap as of now. His fastest lap,
Elliot Byen actually, I think. snatched that up.
109.5. 108.8. What's Elliot Bynes' fastest
Yes,
lap?
Elliot Byen 108.6.
108.6. Wow. So Elliot Bynes, I mean he won the championship in Group 2. He could. Oh, yellow flag sector 2. That's Stanley, and Stanley's day has gone from bad to worse, and the championship is far out of reach now. I think he's also has no fuel left too, as Blend Machine is about to shake a move onto him as well. But here comes Elliot Biden on McChicken into turn 1. Oh, it's getting really tight. He almost did as McChicken
that's
breaks
out.
really late, but Elliot Biden will have some good traction maybe out of turn 2 and maybe get a good run up into turn 4.
Does McChicken get DRS? He does.
McChicken and Elliot Biden have no ERS, neither does Apex, as Seawitt has no ERS either. None of them have ERS in the top 4. None of them have any ERS. As Stanley comes in, and gotta say, the championship was looking good for him at the very start, and then just the spin and all.
Looking
being
at
held
other
up.
championship battles, Elliot Byen might be able to get into 4th. I can't see the calculation. 75.
22.
Yes, 22. He can get into 4th. Be a miracle to get into 3rd.
I mean, he's ahead of Jippo. Oh, wait, Jippo. He's only 1
He's
point behind
gonna-
Jippo. As he's going for a move on McChicken. Here comes the move down the straight. What in the world has Elliot Biden just gone? He's just gone super wide off the track, but he made it work. As the gap a few laps ago from Apex to Seawitt was like 3.9. It's down to 2.4 now, as Elliott Biden is 1.4 behind Apex, and he's been released. As McChicken, fortunate for him. But, yeah,
so
Broomhand...
Stanley back down in 11th. How much he can do besides enjoy overtaking some back markers.
Maybe getting the fastest lap. Just to end off the season, you know? As he just passed ZX, unless if there's a yellow flag, then I'm looking for those yellow flags, you know?
Stanley's still on the field, so...
Apex has now brought the gap down to 2.2. Yellow flag to sector 1. That is Butt Fedora. He's spun. I think he was battling with someone. I think it was Bamboo Vegas, but that incident cleared itself up. What if there was a safety car, literally like the actual real life bat?
There is a guaranteed, I think, 1 or 2 laps of racing guaranteed by F1, the game.
Yep.
So.
Yep.
As Crooner is right behind Flying Jippo. We might be able to get
this could get spicy. Remember, Crooner spun out, and I thought he destroyed himself. As we're going, but Fedora has a 5-second time penalty for corner cutting. I think he's trying to take out someone. Honestly, that's what I used to do on F1 2018 when I first got the game. When people made me really angry, I used to just cut corners and slam into them to see how much debris I could cause. But you know, but he's a ghost now.
Flying Jippo just broke very early, and Crooner got by.
Interesting. Maybe he's doing it for the DRS. It's all a strategy. And F1 Stanley has gotten past his teammate Fireball.
Apex Finley, the gap's down to 1.5 now.
He can do it.
Those fresh softs are going to be wearing off soon.
That's true. But I wonder about C-Swit's mediums. I mean, it's 11 lap old mediums. As Flying Jippo has gotten past Crooner, I knew the DRS. I knew he let him by for a purpose. He got DRS and he retook 5th place, but Crooner will have how yeah. Maybe it wasn't the smartest idea. Maybe I spoke too soon. As Crooner will have some DRS, watch there be contact into turn 4. Don't do it there.
Goes very well.
Oh, they hit each other! I thought they were both out. As Stanley's gone past Zuti as I thought they just broke each other's wings for a second. Elliott Biden is right on the back of Apex now. 9 seconds? I almost said 9 seconds. As Zuti's into the pits.
Yes. Pretty ironically, Crooner can thank Flying Jippo for his car being there, or else he would have been in the wall.
Here comes Elliott Biden. He's 7/10 behind Apex Finley. He could have a shot at winning this race too. The Group 2 champion here. Trying to show that he is worthy for Group 1. I mean, he is a fantastic driver, and he's always ready for
Only 1.5 seconds to see some as well. So if he can get this move
he has
done without any
DRS, yellow flags. That is Butt Fedora, I believe, and I think he's retiring. He lost his front way. Oh, is he going to slam it into the wall and cause a safety car? Please don't. It's the Mercedes master plan. There's only one Mercedes driver, though.
Yeah. I don't know who exactly that benefits, but...
Maybe he's secretly a Stanley fan. But Elliott Biden's right on the back of Finley, so... we'll be seeing that battle carry on.
Elliott Biden qualified in 11th. He's up to 3rd now, so...
As Godfather... Oh, yellow flags! Wait, that's someone... Godfather's been spun around. Yeah. It's surprising. I thought a lot more people would be out. As Elliott Biden has DRS and he has some ERS to use and he breezes past Apex.
No contest. But can Apex get some traction out of turn 2?
Oh, he lost his rear end a little bit and he's a little bit farther behind than what he would wanted. As Elliott Biden has
Apex is underfueled. So even if he does manage to pass...
Yeah, he lifted off and then he's lifting and coasting. As Elliott Biden now is bringing the gap down. It was 2 seconds between Finley and Whoa, it's already down to 1 point. Oh wait, never mind. It's just glitched. But yeah, this could be a great battle for the rest of the race, and hopefully. Oh, Ellie Bine's under fuel too.
Oh, he is on the field. C-Swit.
Not.
There you come.
So the top, second, third, and fourth are all under fuel. As Big Chicken goes wide.
Yeah, I just saw that.
We'll find Jippo just come in at the last lap and be like, "Hey, I fueled." So, yeah.
Yes, Apex is doing a lot of lifting and coasting actually.
Yeah, I mean, oh, Ellie Bine's gap is down to 1.2 as Yellow flies in sector 2. What is going on?
And Crooner just breezes by, flying Jippo for 5th place. Yeah, that gap, that's scary.
Crooner's on the edge of being on without fuel.
Very important. Both C-Swit and Elian are using their ERS, so it's not like one has an advantage right now.
Well, Elliot might have the advantage of DRS soon because he's within a second now. As Blue Machine is down, plus Flying Jippo, and Flying Jippo's around.
Oh. Elian does have those softs, but at this moment, those mediums and softs are probably at the same performance level.
And C-Swit goes a little bit wide out
Elian,
of
within
the
a
last
second,
corner.
he's going to get the DRS.
But I think C-Swit's using all his ERS. I think Elian's a little bit under fueled, and I don't think he might fight it and then just completely block it.
Elian is not lifting at all coming into those corners.
Maybe he's going to do fuel saving at the last lap if he can get past this lap on C-Swit. He's not in the slipstream though, so I don't know. As Blend Machine has gotten past Crooner, and Crooner is down to 6th. Yellow flags in sector 3, and that is Broom Handle, I believe. Nope, that is Flying Jippo again. He's run out. Wait, what in the world is he doing?
Has got to have those tires hot. Is he in the pits? He's not.
No, he's just down the straight going very slow. He hasn't run out of fuel. I thought he ran out of fuel.
Okay,
oh, and he spun. And Stanley's up.
Nope.
He just wants to do a last race celebration. Just let him have his fun. As I don't.
Elian though, 2 laps to go. He's still underfueled and he's about half a second behind.
He's not using any ERS right now, so he might be saving it for turn 4. Oh, that got really close. Yellow flags is sector 2.
He's gonna go for it.
He's going for it. He has a mega exit as he's using.
He has way more ERS. He has DRS.
He's not using any of it. He's not using DRS. Wait, what happened? Why does he have no DRS? Did he just choose not to?
This was me. I tried to get past C-Swit and just lifting coast to the entire middle sector, keeping him behind me.
I wish you could just go back to the old days where you, in 2020, where you could just go into rich fuel mix and lean mixture, but they banned that. As oh my goodness, Elian Bynum is right on the back, but he's going to run out of fuel at the end of this lap. I mean, end of the next lap, unless if he's really under fuel by like a lap.
He might be on lean on the straight. That's why he couldn't do anything, but.
I don't think he can change it though, as there's a lapped car in the way, and that is going to give C-Swit DRS, I believe. He's going to get DRS.
But there we go. Elian Bynum's going to go.
Elian Bynum takes the lead. Well, but the question is, I don't think he has enough fuel to do anything. As his
flashing red.
Yeah.
As his Apex, as his Finley too.
As Elian Bynum, as C-Swit will have some DRS, and I don't think he's worried. Actually. He might go for a move here. No, he won't. At this
point, he has nothing to lose. He's just glory hunting. But he definitely wants to see himself on the top step of the podium for his championship win.
I must see the fuel settings for this race really quick before we get to the last corner. Really quickly, if I could get there. Simulation settings. Recovery mode, none. Low fuel mode is hard. Low fuel mode is hard. So that means that it's really hard to see.
He's about to run out.
Yeah, I see it. I see his car is struggling.
Oh wait, C-Swit also has red.
Oh, C-Swit
Oh, C-Swit spins!
Oh, he reset
That
the
quick reset. I've never seen a
Elliot
quick
Bine,
reset.
wait.
But Elliot Bine's
run out of
out. Elliot
fuel.
Bine's out.
No, he's run
But
out of fuel.
C-Swit-
He's getting to the line.
Oh
Elliot
my
Bine,
God.
it's gonna be close to the
It's
race
a
win.
close finish.
Oh my goodness, no!
C-Swit at
But I
the
think-
end.
But I think C-Swit might get a 5-second time penalty for resetting the track there.
Oh yes.
So, what
But
a
he gets
race.
to stand on the top step in the celebration as he wins the Group 1
Will
championship.
Elliot Bine get disqualified for, like, Sebastian Vettel? I mean, what? Yeah, at
But
Hungary.
Look at Godfather and Fireball. They're gonna have a little race at the end as well.
Here we go. Here we go.
All three on different tire strategies.
Here we go. Oh,
Oh,
flight.
and Fireball gets a bit loose right there.
What is going on here? He's using DRS. He's going for it across the line.
Oh,
It's I thought he didn't finish. And that is just the most hilarious thing as I have seen. As Stanley,
And
he could have had an
Bambo Vegas
opportunity to
limps
win
across the line
the
with
championship.
that.
As Stanley is just
Yep, Stanley's just enjoying
do some
his
donuts.
final lap.
Stanley, just do some donuts. Do some donuts. Do some donuts. As C-Swit is the
I think he might be out of
group.
fuel as well.
Yeah. C-Swit is the Group 1 Season 1 LSR champion. Congratulations to him. And I think Aston Martin pipped. I think what was the team who was in?
Godfather got 2 points for Williams. I
Yeah,
think
so they pipped Williams, I think. Wait, yeah, because 25 plus 15. Yeah, they definitely pipped Williams, I believe. So I think they are second.
Driver of the day. Second
Fantastic
place
job.
on the scoreboards from 11th. Starting on the mediums and going 19 laps on them.
As here we are for the podium celebration. There's no championship stinking trophy because we didn't do a full season mode. That would be fun. Doing a co-op season mode, except league racing, except you could have drivers championships and stuff like that. You develop your car too.
Well, Aston Martin enjoys a double podium. Alien Bine enjoys his. And what a interesting way to finish season 1.
Oh my goodness. Apex Finley said he was 0.6 laps under fuel with 5 laps to go.
Oh my god, that is...
He said he would definitely won if he had fuel. Oh. What a great end to the season, though. Newly crowned champion, as Elliot Bine got the fastest lap. 108.6.
You might just pick up max points after the time penalties.
Look at how close the fastest lap was, though. Look at Godfather's fastest lap. 0.018.
Where's Broomhandle? I think Elian, if he jumps C-Swit for the win, Elian Byron's going to come in 3rd in the championship.
Yeah, he could.
So we're going to have to leave it up to the stewards to see.
Yeah. I mean, it might not happen, it might, but we'll just have to find out. As, I mean, what an end to the season we just had. Thank you all for spectating this race along with us. And we'll see you for Season 2 in LSR Group 1 and Group 2. Which hopefully will be soon, because I can't wait to start driving again. Any last words before we end this?
Just congratulations. Oh my god, I almost tripped. Championship. Elian Bine won his championship in Group 2. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
Thank you guys.